Imagine a place where entry is forbidden, not by ordinary laws, but by something much greater. Secrets so dark that governments, tribes, and even nature itself do everything to keep intruders away. What if I told you that such places exist around the world? Locations where no ordinary person can set foot. What could they be hiding? There are reports of lost civilizations and secret experiments. Some of these prohibitions are for safety reasons, others defy logic itself. Today, you will discover the most mysterious places on Earth where human presence is forbidden. Places where few have dared to go, and those who wish to never returned. Get ready, because this journey will make you question everything you believe to be true. North Sentinel Island, the last untouched people. In the 21st century, where the internet connects billions of people worldwide, there is a place where time has simply stopped. In the middle of the Indian Ocean, surrounded by crystal-clear waters and dense vegetation, lies North Sentinel Island. But don't be fooled by its paradise-like landscape. This island is one of the most forbidden places in the world. The reason? Its inhabitants. The Sentinelese are one of the last untouched peoples on Earth. They have lived in complete isolation for thousands of years, with no contact with the outside world. Any attempt to approach is met with hostility. Anyone who dares to venture there faces a grim fate. That's exactly what happened to a fisherman in 2006 who got too close and never returned. His boat ran aground near the island, and he was immediately attacked by the natives. Authorities tried to retrieve his body, but the Sentinelese resisted with spears and arrows, preventing any approach. The Indian government, which is responsible for the island, officially declared, no one can set foot there. But the big question is why? Some believe the Sentinelese are simply a tribe protecting their culture. Others think they guard something that cannot be revealed to the rest of the world. After all, how can a group live in isolation for so long without succumbing to external viruses? Do they possess a genetic secret or even lost knowledge of humanity? Mystery, protection, or something even deeper? One thing is certain. North Sentinel Island remains one of the greatest enigmas on the planet. And this is not the only place with an unexplained prohibition. Area 51, the military base that hides secrets. Deep in the Nevada desert in the United States, there is a place that sparks worldwide curiosity. Officially, it is just a military base, but everyone knows the truth goes far beyond that. Area 51 has always been surrounded by mystery. For decades, reports of unexplained phenomena and sightings of unidentified flying objects have made this base one of the most enigmatic places on Earth. For years, the U.S. government denied its existence, until finally confirming that Area 51 was real. But instead of putting an end to speculation, this only increased suspicions. What is really happening inside? Many believe that the base hides advanced technology, maybe even something that doesn't belong to this planet. Former employees claim that secret experiments are conducted there, and that engineers have been tasked with studying unknown materials, including possible extraterrestrial spacecraft. But these are not just theories. In 1989, a man named Bob Lazar claimed to have worked at Area 51 and revealed shocking details. According to him, the site houses non-human spaceships and tests a highly secretive substance called Element 115, a material capable of bending space-time. Coincidence or not, to this day, no one can get close to Area 51 without being immediately intercepted. Signs warn that the use of lethal force is authorized, and military forces monitor the area 24 hours a day. Why so much secrecy? If it's just a military base, why is its airspace completely restricted, something not even the White House has? We may never know the full answer. But one thing is certain. Area 51 hides something that can never be revealed to the world. And it's not the only place where valuable information is locked away. The Lascaux Caves, 17,000-year-old paintings. Deep in France, hidden beneath layers of earth and rock, there are caves that hold one of humanity's greatest mysteries. Discovered by accident in 1940 by a group of young explorers, the Lascaux Caves revealed something that left archaeologists and historians perplexed. Cave paintings over 17,000 years old. These images, created by our ancestors, depict hunting scenes, extinct animals, and enigmatic symbols that still challenge experts today. But what is most intriguing is that some of these paintings seem to represent something that shouldn't have existed at that time. Among the drawings of bison, deer, and horses, there are figures that many believe resemble humanoid beings with unusual characteristics. Some researchers suggest that the ancient cave inhabitants may have witnessed something extraordinary, something not part of the natural world. Moreover, some images feature geometric patterns and symmetrical markings that do not seem to have just an artistic purpose. They follow an advanced mathematical logic for their time and strangely resemble certain symbols found in other parts of the world, such as in ancient Mesopotamia and even in Egypt's pyramids. How could people separated by thousands of miles have developed similar symbols with no apparent connection? Another mystery involves the cave itself. A few years after its discovery, scientists noticed that something strange happened to those who spent too much time inside. People began reporting odd sensations, visions, and even hallucinations. Some even claimed to feel presences around them, as if they were being watched. This is just the beginning. The world is filled with forbidden places, shrouded in secrecy and speculation. But what is the real reason behind their restrictions? Are they merely historical sites? Or do they hide something that humanity was never meant to discover? One thing is certain, some places are off-limits for a reason. Would you dare to uncover their secrets?
Furthermore, the paintings were not made by chance. The locations where they were created possess a unique acoustics, as if the images were placed in specific spots to create a ritualistic sound experience. Could this be a form of ancient ceremony lost to time? Officially, the cave was closed to the public to preserve the paintings, which began to deteriorate due to contact with outside air. But some believe this was not the only reason. After all, what do these images truly represent? Were these caves not just a record of the past, but a warning of something that happened, or something that might happen again? The French government keeps the site strictly protected, and only a select group of experts is allowed to study it. But what exactly are they trying to prevent us from discovering? If these caves could be locked away forever, imagine what else might be hidden around the world. The Global Seed Vault in Norway. In the middle of the Arctic ice, on a remote island in Norway, there is a highly protected structure that seems straight out of a science fiction movie. Hidden beneath tons of rock and snow is the Svalbard Global Seed Vault, also known as the Doomsday Vault. This facility was built with a very clear objective: to preserve life on Earth in the event of a global catastrophe. Nuclear wars, extreme climate change, pandemics, any apocalyptic scenario that could threaten the world's food production. The vault holds more than 1 million varieties of seeds from virtually every plant species known to humankind. It was designed to withstand earthquakes, explosions, and even the melting of polar ice. If a disaster were to wipe out all crops on the planet, these seeds could be humanity's only hope to restart agriculture. But there's something strange about all this. If humanity truly believes it needs such a vault, what is really coming? Many question why the vault is located in one of the most isolated places on the planet, so far away from everything and surrounded by eternal ice. Some theorists believe there is a hidden reason behind this choice. Even more suspicious, not even the countries that send their seeds to the vault have unrestricted access to them. Only a very select group of people is authorized to enter the vault and monitor what happens inside. What exactly is being preserved under such secrecy? Reports indicate that, besides ordinary seeds, there are highly classified samples stored there, never disclosed to the public. Could they be genetically modified plants? Unknown species? Or something even more sinister? Whatever the truth may be, one thing is certain. While the rest of the world goes on as usual, a select group of people is already preparing for a future we can't even imagine. The Global Seed Vault is just one of the many inaccessible places on the planet. But there are places where not even the most powerful dare to set foot. Ilha de Queimada Grande, the Island of Snakes. Just 35 kilometers 22 miles, off the coast of Sao Paulo, Brazil, there is an island that no one dares to visit. Not because of superstition or government secrets, but for an even more terrifying reason. It is inhabited by thousands of deadly snakes. Ilha de Queimada Grande, also known as Snake Island, is considered one of the most dangerous places on Earth. The reason? It is home to the golden lancehead viper, Bothrops insularis, one of the most venomous snakes in the world. Its venom is so potent that it can cause internal bleeding, tissue necrosis, and multiple organ failure in a matter of minutes. It is estimated that there are up to 5 snakes per square meter on the island. That means one wrong step could be fatal. The island is so dangerous that the Brazilian government has banned entry to anyone, except for scientists who study the serpents. Even they can only enter with special authorization and protective equipment. But this raises an intriguing question. Why did these snakes evolve to be so extreme in such a small area? Some theories suggest that thousands of years ago, the island was connected to the mainland, but rising sea levels isolated it. With no natural predators and limited prey, the snakes had to adapt. The result? Venom even deadlier than their mainland relatives. Other, more conspiratorial theories suggest that the island may have been used for secret biological experiments. After all, why completely prohibit access instead of just restricting it? Interestingly, there are reports from fishermen who ventured near the island and came back with bizarre stories. Some claim to have seen strange lights hovering over the island at night, as if something were hidden there. But if there is a secret being kept on Ilha de Queimada Grande, we may never know. Not only is it forbidden, but it is protected by nature itself, and anyone who tries to explore it may pay with their life. However, if you think a snake-infested island is terrifying, wait until you discover what is locked away in the depths of the Vatican secret archives. The Vatican Vault, Secrets of the Church. In the heart of Rome, protected by centuries-old walls and the powerful Swiss Guard, there lies one of the most secretive and inaccessible archives in the world. The Vatican Secret Archives. Hidden in the depths of the Holy See, this vault holds thousands of historical documents, rare manuscripts, and confidential records dating back centuries. But what makes this place so mysterious is not just the vast amount of information stored there, but rather what might be hidden inside. Those few who have had access claim that the archive contains forbidden texts, never revealed gospels, secret papal correspondences, and even documents that could completely rewrite human history. Among the many theories surrounding the Vatican secret archives, some stand out. Apocryphal Gospels. These are religious texts that were excluded from the official Bible, possibly because they contain teachings that contradicted church doctrine. Some suggest they offer a different version of Jesus' life, mentioning things like marriage, children, or spiritual messages that could change Christianity as we know it. The Third Secret of Fatima. In 1917, 3 children in Fatima, Portugal, claimed to have seen apparitions of the Virgin Mary, who revealed 3 secrets. The first 2 were made public, but the third remained hidden for years. When it was finally released, many believed it was not the full version. Some speculate that it contains apocalyptic prophecies or revelations that could shake the church. Records of extraterrestrial contact. Some theorists believe the Vatican holds documents and evidence of extraterrestrial life, including historical UFO sightings and even secret interactions between the church and otherworldly beings. The existence of the Vatican Observatory and cryptic statements from church officials have fueled these suspicions. The true fate of Pope John Paul I. Elected in 1978, Pope John Paul I mysteriously died after only 33 days in office. The official cause was a heart attack, but rumors suggest he was about to expose financial scandals and conspiracies within the Vatican. Many believe the secret archives hold documents that explain his sudden death and what really happened behind the scenes. But here's the most disturbing detail. No ordinary person can access this vault. Only a highly selected group of scholars and top-ranking church officials is allowed to consult certain documents. And even then, they can't just walk in and browse. Each request must be approved and most are denied. If nothing extraordinary was hidden there, why so much secrecy? What is the church protecting so rigorously? Forbidden knowledge? Truths that could shake the faith of millions? Or simply secrets that should never be revealed? The answer may never be known. But one thing is certain. The Vatican Secret Archives remain one of history's greatest mysteries, locked behind doors that may never be opened to the world. If you think this is one of the most inaccessible places on the planet, wait until you learn about one of Antarctica's best-kept secrets. Lake Vostok, a lost world beneath the ice. Lake Vostok, a lost world beneath the ice. In the frozen expanse of Antarctica, beneath a layer of ice more than 4 kilometers, 2.5 miles, deep, there lies a lake that has been isolated for millions of years. Its name is Lake Vostok, one of the most extreme and enigmatic environments on Earth. For decades, scientists believed that life could not exist beneath this ice. But when they finally managed to drill through the thick layer covering it, they discovered something that defied all expectations. Unknown microorganisms that do not exist anywhere else on the planet. If life has managed to survive in such an extreme environment, what else could be hiding there? Some theories suggest that the lake could harbor highly advanced life forms, possibly even traces of organisms that evolved separately from the rest of the world. Others believe there could be submerged structures indicating the existence of ancient civilizations. Suspicion grew even more when reports emerged claiming that Russian scientists who worked in the area mysteriously disappeared after coming into contact with the lake's water. Later, the Russian government denied any anomalies and restricted further research in the area. Another intriguing detail is that Lake Vostok has an internal heat source, something unusual for an environment that should be completely frozen. This means that, somehow, the lake remains warm, allowing for the existence of an isolated ecosystem. Some theorists go even further, claiming that Lake Vostok may be hiding artificial structures beneath its bed. And if that's true, who, or what, could have created them? What was really found beneath Antarctica's ice? The answer remains a closely guarded secret, and only a select group of scientists has had access to the discoveries made there. If something extraordinary is hidden within Lake Vostok, we may never know. But it's not the only inaccessible place surrounded by mystery. There is another location where the world's most powerful leaders have secretly prepared to survive the collapse of civilization. Mount Weather, the U.S. government's secret refuge. Mount Weather, the U.S. government's secret refuge. Hidden among the mountains of Virginia, USA, there is a highly classified facility that few people know about, and even fewer have been allowed to enter. It is called Mount Weather, a top-secret installation built to shelter government leaders in the event of a global catastrophe. This highly secured location was built during the Cold War, out of fear of a nuclear attack. But unlike many other bunkers, Mount Weather is not just a shelter, it is a fully operational underground city. Inside, there are dormitories, hospitals, communication centers, and even an independent governmental system. In other words, if the outside world were to be destroyed, by war, a natural disaster, or even total societal collapse, the most powerful individuals would have a safe place to continue their operations while the rest of humanity struggles to survive. What makes this place even more mysterious is that it is not just a physical shelter. Mount Weather has been used for secret shadow government training, where leaders prepare for scenarios of total emergency. And here's another disturbing detail. On September 11, 2001, during the terrorist attacks on the United States, some sources claim that key political leaders were secretly taken to Mount Weather to ensure the continuity of government. This raises a crucial question. What else is being prepared inside this facility? If it was built for a catastrophic event, do authorities know something the rest of the world doesn't? Another factor adding to the mystery is that the government rarely speaks about Mount Weather. No ordinary citizen can approach the area, and even the entrance is heavily guarded. What exactly is hidden inside? Is it merely an emergency shelter or something much bigger? Mount Weather is not the only forbidden place in the world, surrounded by secrecy. In Mexico, there is a region where inexplicable phenomena occur, and no one seems to understand why. The zone of silence, where signals vanish and logic seems to break down. The zone of silence in Mexico. In the middle of the Chihuahua Desert, Mexico, there is a place where the laws of physics seem to stop working. This area is known as the zone of silence. A remote region where compasses stop working, radios lose their signal, and even satellites struggle to capture clear images of the area. The strangeness of this location was discovered by accident in the 1970s, when a US military rocket veered off course and mysteriously crashed there. When scientists arrived to investigate, they noticed something bizarre. No electronic equipment functioned properly in the area. Since then, the zone of silence has been the subject of numerous studies, but to this day no one has fully explained what is happening there. Some theories suggest that the region has a magnetic anomaly, similar to the Bermuda Triangle, which interferes with radio signals and navigation instruments. But that's not the only strange thing about this place. Local residents report seeing mysterious lights in the sky at night, unidentified flying objects appear frequently, and in some cases, people claim to have encountered strange beings that appear out of nowhere and vanish without a trace. The zone of silence also has an unusual concentration of meteorites. Scientists have identified that numerous space rocks have fallen in the region over centuries, including extremely rare metallic meteorites. This raises an intriguing question. Is there something in this area that attracts these celestial bodies? Another curiosity is that the region is perfectly aligned with two other mysterious locations on Earth: the Pyramids of Egypt and the Bermuda Triangle. Is this just a coincidence, or is there an unknown pattern connecting these points? Due to these unexplained manifestations, the Mexican government restricts research and visits to the zone of silence. The few scientists who study the area claim that there is something unusual in the soil and the magnetic environment, but no conclusive explanation has been found. What is really happening in this isolated desert? Are we facing a natural phenomenon that is not yet understood, or something far deeper, something that challenges our understanding of reality? Whatever the answer may be, the zone of silence remains one of the most intriguing mysteries on Earth. But if you think this place is already enigmatic, wait until you discover the submerged ruins of Yonaguni in Japan. A lost city that could rewrite the history of humanity. The submerged temple of Yonaguni. At the bottom of the ocean, off the coast of Japan, lies a mysterious structure that challenges everything we know about human history. Known as the Yonaguni Monument, this massive set of submerged formations appears to have been sculpted by human hands. Yet, according to official records, it should not exist. The discovery occurred in 1986, when a diver exploring the reefs off the island of Yonaguni in southern Japan stumbled upon something astonishing. Staircases, terraces, passageways, and even what appears to be a ceremonial altar, all carved into solid stone. The structure's dimensions are gigantic. The so-called temple is approximately 50 meters, 164 feet, long and 20 meters, 65 feet, high, and its geometric shape suggests intentional planning. But there's one major problem. According to traditional archaeology, no advanced civilization existed at the time Yonaguni would have been built. For this structure to have been made by humans, it would have to date back more than 10,000 years, far earlier than the first known cities of humanity. This raises a startling hypothesis. Could Yonaguni be the lost city of an unknown civilization? Scientists are divided. Some claim that the structure is entirely natural, formed through geological processes over millennia. However, many experts question this explanation. After all, how could nature create something with perfect angles, symmetrical staircases, and aligned corridors? Moreover, studies have shown that the structure was above sea level before the last ice age. This means that if it was indeed built by humans, it belongs to an era far older than any recorded civilization in history. Could Yonaguni be proof that an advanced civilization existed long before those we recognize today? Another intriguing theory suggests that this sunken city may be connected to the legend of Mu, the supposed lost continent of the Pacific, similar to the myth of Atlantis. Ancient texts describe a highly advanced civilization that disappeared beneath the ocean after a great catastrophe. But if Yonaguni is truly a temple built thousands of years ago, what happened to its inhabitants? To this day, the structure remains shrouded in mystery, and research in the area is limited. If we ever uncover its true origins, we may have to completely rewrite human history. However, this is not the only anomaly hidden beneath Earth's surface. In the next chapter, you will learn about one of the most audacious scientific projects in history. The Kola borehole, the deepest hole ever drilled by humans, and what was found there might send chills down your spine. The Kola borehole, the deepest hole in the world. In a remote region of Russia, scientists embarked on one of the most ambitious and enigmatic missions in history, to drill the deepest hole ever made by humans. The goal? To explore the Earth's interior and uncover its secrets. But what they found deep beneath the planet's surface was something no one expected. The project began in the 1970s during the Cold War, when the Soviet Union wanted to compete with the United States not only in space but also in the depths of the Earth. Thus, the Kola Super Deep Borehole was born, a drill site that reached a staggering depth of 12,262 meters, 40,230 feet, making it the deepest hole ever excavated by humans. However, as scientists dug deeper, strange things started happening. The heat became unbearable, reaching 180 degrees Celsius, 356 degrees Fahrenheit, far higher than expected for that depth. The equipment began failing for no apparent reason. But the most terrifying mystery emerged when highly sensitive microphones were lowered into the hole to capture deep Earth sounds. What they recorded shocked everyone, noises resembling human screams coming from the depths. This gave rise to a disturbing legend, the well to hell. According to reports, the scientists heard something resembling thousands of voices screaming in agony. The recording leaked and spread across various media, fueling the theory that the borehole had reached some kind of gateway to hell. Officially, scientists denied this version, claiming that the sounds recorded were merely geological noises caused by the Earth's movements. But then why was the project suddenly abandoned? To this day, no one knows for sure what really happened at the Kola borehole. The drilling was halted and the area was sealed off. A project that was meant to be one of science's greatest achievements ended up becoming one of the greatest mysteries on the planet. If scientists couldn't handle what they found in the Earth's depths, what else could be hidden beneath our feet? But this is not the only mystery buried in human history. In China, a gigantic, sealed-off structure has baffled researchers for decades. The mysterious White Pyramid, which no one is allowed to explore. The White Pyramid of China. In the heart of China, hidden among mountains and dense vegetation, there lies a colossal structure that remains shrouded in mystery. Few people have ever heard of it, but those who know about it call it the White Pyramid of China, a monumental structure that no one can explore. The first mention of this pyramid dates back to 1945, when U.S. Air Force pilot James Gossman was flying over the region during World War II. He reported seeing a massive white pyramid, larger than any other pyramid in the world, with a metallic, shiny surface that reflected the sunlight. Excited by the discovery, Gossman reported his findings to military authorities, but the case was quickly forgotten. Only years later did other explorers claim to have seen the pyramid, fueling the mystery even more. But when archaeologists tried to investigate the area, they encountered a major obstacle. The Chinese government refused to allow any excavations or specific research in the region. This raises many questions. Why is China keeping this pyramid a secret? What could be buried beneath its layers of earth and vegetation? It is estimated that there are around 100 ancient pyramids in China, primarily in the Shanxi province, but none of them have been widely explored like those in Egypt. Some local legends claim that these pyramids house the tombs of ancient Chinese emperors, while other theories suggest that they may be far older than official history admits. Researchers believe that the White Pyramid could be directly connected to ancient accounts of an advanced civilization that may have existed in China thousands of years ago, perhaps long before the first known dynasties. But the boldest theory suggests that the pyramid may have even more enigmatic origins. Some believe it could be a site of extraterrestrial contact or even a structure containing unknown technological secrets. Whatever the truth may be, one fact remains. No one is allowed to explore it, and any attempt at excavation is immediately blocked by the Chinese government. What could be buried beneath this forbidden pyramid? Just ancient tombs, or something that could change everything we know about human history? Although this mystery remains unsolved, there is another place where the limits of human exploration have been pushed to the extreme. In the next chapter, we will descend deep into the earth to explore Krubera Cave, the deepest abyss ever explored by humankind. Krubera Cave, the deepest in the world. Hidden in the Caucasus Mountains in the region of Abkhazia, lies an abyss that challenges the limits of human exploration. This is Krubera Cave, the deepest known cave on Earth, also referred to as the Everest of caves. With a depth of more than 2,197 meters, 7,208 feet, Krubera is not just an ordinary cave, it is a true geological labyrinth filled with narrow passages, submerged tunnels, and absolute darkness. Exploring its depths requires extreme courage and preparation. The few speleologists who venture into Krubera must endure freezing temperatures, a lack of oxygen, and the need to dive into icy waters inside claustrophobic tunnels. Many have abandoned the journey before even reaching the bottom. But what makes this cave even more intriguing are the unexplained phenomena reported by explorers. Some claim that at certain depths, communication equipment begins to fail for no apparent reason. Others report feeling watched as if something, or someone, is lurking in the shadows following their movements. There is also the enigma of underground creatures. In some of the deepest points, scientists have discovered unknown species of life. Organisms that survive in total darkness and exist nowhere else on the planet. Could something even more surprising be hidden in the unexplored sections of the cave? And here's an even more chilling detail. Some passages remain completely unexplored. There are sections that become impassable, making further human exploration impossible. What could lie beyond these blocked pathways? A world still unknown? A network of tunnels that connects to other mysterious locations on the planet? One thing is certain. Krubera remains one of the last great unexplored mysteries on Earth. Every expedition reveals something new, but there is still so much left to discover, or perhaps something that was never meant to be found. And so, we come to the end of this journey through the world's most mysterious and forbidden places. But now the question remains, what else might be hidden beyond what we are allowed to know? The world is filled with mysteries that challenge logic, science, and history. Places that are sealed in secrecy, protected by strict laws, or simply inaccessible to humanity. The real question is, why are some of these places so heavily protected? What is truly being hidden? Now, I want to hear from you. Which of these places intrigued you the most? Do you believe that unimaginable secrets are being kept in these locations? Leave your comment below. And if you love mysteries and want to keep exploring the secrets of the world, subscribe to the channel and turn on the notification bell so you never miss the next videos. See you in the next discovery.